What many of my subscribers know is that I translate my videos into other languages. Because of all the dialogue, Kevin Samuels and other videos can take a lot of time to translate. Since I am only one person, I cannot translate the whole video. Many of his videos are over 30 minutes. So I only translate the most important parts. Everyone likes Kevin Samuels' videos: French, German, Russian, Spanish and even Vietnamese. This indicates that men worldwide are experiencing the same problems. Kevin Samuels and I have explained that while we were growing into adults, we also were experiencing the same issues. These types of women are not new. There is just a lot more of them. We also tried to explain that these problems started in the late 1960s when feminism was hijacked by greedy people. By both men and women. In my video called, "Today's Feminists Only Care About Money," I explain this in detail. This is also why in today's society it is acceptable for a single mother to have children by many different fathers. What they were also teaching women was that if you do not get a high-earning man, then you are settling. What Mr. Kevin Samuels says in this video is that no one wants to settle, or be settled for. A second choice. A backup plan. When it comes to women, men do not settle. Men do not say that this is the best I can do. We know that there are probably prettier women. More attractive women. We men say, "She likes being with me. She loves me. She makes me happy." Settling never enters our brains. This is why a woman who is a 6 in looks can outshine a woman who is a 10. The woman in this video is 44 years old and is the typical professional woman we encounter all the time. We men have to work to get sex. If the woman is a little pretty. She does not have to be very pretty, but only a little. Then she can get sex anytime she wants it. However, because many women do not date down, meaning that they like men who are earning more than them, they still will only have sex with men who are earning more than them. So she might be an older attractive lady, but the older she gets, and the more money she makes, the less men there are. She finds it difficult to get a man only for bedroom fun. When Mr. Kevin Samuels asked her if she could be with a man that only earns $44,000 a year, an average men's wages or pay. Look at her face. And most of the women in his videos never say that they want a good man. A caring man. A considerate man. A kind and gentle man. This indicates that most men are good, caring, considerate, kind and gentle. If we men were so bad, then these qualities would be on women's list of priorities.
I'm a little bossy and can be a little feisty.
So in other words, you're disrespectful in relationships.
No, I'm not. Now I'm not. But
now you're not, but you're alone.
That's true. That is very true.
So the woman who wants respect is disrespectful. Your way don't work.
No, it has not worked. That's true.
So why don't we just stop talking like at 44 you know how to do this? How about that? Because you may be competent at work, but you said it. You have 4 decades of experience to show it doesn't work. Why don't you reach in your purse and go hire a matchmaker?
So I've actually, a friend of mine did connect me to a matchmaker, but she was just starting out. So she said in the pandemic.
So in other words, you took the cheapest option possible.
Yes, that's true.
So you want a high quality man, but you want to be the cheapest. People, this is they set them up and I mow them down because this is modern women. This is entitled. This is the stuff I was talking about the other night. Modern women are dudes, delusional, ungrateful, denial, entitled, and selfish. You want to go to a free freaking app and expect to find Prince Charming. At 40-some-odd years old, you want to go find somebody who just put their shingle out to find this high value, high quality man, but you don't want to put but 50 cents into it. And I'm
That's a good point. You're right.
But how much longer do you think you have? Because you're going to be 50 just like that.
That's true. That's part of the reason why I'm on the show right now, because I realize the talk is clicking and the clock is ticking loud.
Well, my question is, why do you think so little of men?
I don't think so little of them because I have some extraordinary male friends, but when it comes to
Do you have
personal
sex with them?
relationships, no. Well, no, I do not.
Okay. When was the last time you had a romantic relationship?
It's been about 6 years.
That you've had sex?
No, not since I've had sex.
That's what I was trying to say in a nice way.
Oh. A committed relationship, 6 years, sex since about December of 2020.
So when I ask you why do you think so little of men, the way you're talking is though you just treat men like a convenience store. This is why I say, gentlemen, cut women like this out of your life. Stop being their friends. And I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm saying if men were to stop giving you their non-sexual attention, meaning you can't call me to talk to me. You can't get me to come change your tire. The only way you can talk to me is if we're having sex. You ladies would figure out how to get along with a man. But because you can cobble together friendships with men, I mean, it's like I'll go get sex from this guy, and I'll get conversation from this guy, I'll get debate from this guy, and I'll get this from this guy. So the question really becomes, Kevin, are you saying where I'm at in life, do I have to settle? That's really what you want to ask, but you just don't want to ask it. You'd be fortunate to get an average man. They'd be settling for you. That's what I need you ladies to start understanding. If every man got married, if every black man got married today who was marriageable age, all of them, including all the gays, there'd still be 2 million more black women. You outnumber us. See, this notion of settling has thrown you guys off to where you're all wanting the same small group of men who are like, okay, fine. But they got their pick. But they can only pick one. What man wants to be your second choice? What man wants to? Do you not think the men, if you were dating a man who was making $50,000 a year, do you not think he would know that you felt like you were settling for him?
Yeah, he would know.
And men would rather die alone than have a woman who settled. This is my point. Y'all are going to have to start reframing how you look at relationships. What is a man's value outside of his penis and his wallet? I mean, at 44 years old, the value of a man has to be more to you than a woman who's 20 years younger than you. You should have matured more to say a man who may not make as much money, but he may be learned, skilled. He may be able to teach me things, but I may make more money. If you're still going to play by hey, he has to be on my socioeconomic level, cool. That means you're going to have to compete with the women around him. Would you mind sharing?
Share my man?
Yes.
No. I'm very territorial.
Then get a dog or a cat, or get a platonic relationship or a compound living situation. Because you want a man in the top 10% of earners, and you want him to be monogamous with you. This is an unbalanced deal.
How so?
You want 100% of women want the top 10% of men.
Right.
He should be able to pick. If he's 10 times as valuable, he should get 10 times the women.
Wow.
So if your options are to get an average level man and settle, or get a higher value man and just have Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'm okay with an average man, as long as he treats me well.
You're all right with a man making $42,000 a year. See how quickly that shit. See, and I want you folks to remember when you say I'm shallow and this and that, how quickly women minimize and objectify a man to a dollar value. Don't ever come at me when I talk about a scale. When women do it all the time, 42,000 was like, well, I don't give a fuck what is it 42,000. It ain't gonna work.